welcome back to Sham's Makeup Artistry, and in today's video I'm going to share with you guys my July favorites. Yes, we are already towards the end of July and it's time to share my favorites with you guys. Of course, the last month I've been keeping my makeup pretty simple as much as I can because the heat is just horrible, and then whatever makeup you put on, it finally just slides off your face. So I kind of feel that's a pain, and I just try to keep it very simple because I just don't want to be out there and then blotting my skin like non-stop. And let's just get into it. So one of the very first things that I like to share with you is a face primer, and it's by Kevyn. This is their Sensual Skin Primer. I personally like this primer on the days that I feel my skin feels dehydrated. As much as it's heaty out there, that's when the skin does get more dehydrated, and especially my under eye area, it gets terribly dry, and then when I try to apply any makeup, it definitely looks very horrible. So I definitely want to moisturize my skin very well. At the same time, I like to use a primer that can hold on my makeup and also moisturize my skin. So the Kevyn Sensual Skin Primer definitely does that. It hydrates my skin. At the same time, it helps to keep my makeup at bay. It helps to glide on my foundation much smoothly, and whatever I use on my skin, it doesn't show up dry, if that does make sense. So I definitely been enjoying this face primer. It comes in like a push-up kind of form that you just push up the product and then you apply them over your face area. You can even use a foundation and then you mix it on the top of this primer and then apply over your face. It looks more like a tinted moisturizer. So the next one that I've been enjoying throughout the month of July is a foundation from The Ordinary. This is definitely a difficult foundation to find because most of the time they are all sold out, but I've been truly enjoying this. I'm thankful that I managed to get them while they were available. Mine is in the shade 3.1Y Dark, and it has yellow undertones in it. This particular foundation is a coverage foundation, which tends to give you like a medium to full coverage. For me, I find that it gives me the full coverage that I need. At the same time, I do not find this foundation wears matte on the skin. As the hours pass by, it does look a little bit dewy, but not overall dewy or oily on your skin. So I've been really enjoying this foundation, and it's so reasonably priced. It's just about $8 or $9. So definitely a must-have if you can get your hands on it. Up next is a bronzer that I like to share with you guys, and it's a drugstore bronzer. For me, it's a difficult thing to find a drugstore blush or bronzers. It's like very rare I can find something matching to my skin tone. I usually like only Milani products when I walk into drugstores. I kind of feel like they're the only one works very well for me. But I happen to find something that I did like, and it's by L'Oreal, and this is their Glam Bronze in the shade Deep 03. This is their huge size bronzer. This is their Get an Instant Sun-Kissed look with this Maxi Bronzing Powder for face and body. It definitely says for face and body, but I personally use it for my face. At the first point when I got this, I was a little bit afraid of using it because it does have like some shimmers on it. So I was thinking if I'm going to apply this on my face and then it's going to be so hot out there, it's just going to be a huge mess. But it's not. It's such a beautiful bronzer, and the shimmers doesn't really transfer on the skin. And this is how it looks like when it's swatched, and I'm actually wearing them today on my face area. I truly swear upon this particular bronzer, and if you're on a hunt finding something from the drugstore, definitely check out the Glam Bronze by L'Oreal. The next favorite that I like to share with you guys, and it's by Bobbi Brown. This is their blush in the shade Apricot. This is more of like a matte blush from Bobbi Brown. It's a pinky peachy kind of blush, but you have to be very light-handed because they go on very pigmented, and if you tend to just dab your brush into it and then put on your face, you're definitely going to end up looking like a clown. So you have to go very light hand on it, but it's a beautiful blush that I would recommend this for any skin tone depending on how you wear them over your face area. And this is how it looks like when it's swatched. It is again a beautiful blush. I really love this blush. I'm just trying to get a good swatch for you guys, and this is how again it looks like on my skin tone. When it comes to highlighter, I have been keeping it very low on highlighter, so I'm going to share with you guys what I'm wearing over my face area today, and it's by Hourglass. This is their Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. Again, this is something that I would recommend for any skin tone. It goes on very light on the skin, at the same time it looks beautiful over the skin. It looks like you have a natural dewy looking skin and very fresh. So this is what I like applying on everyday basis, because like I mentioned, it's really hot. So if I'm going to pile on too much of heavy products, it's just going to get into a huge mess. So this is how Luminous Light looks like. So like I mentioned, it's already on my cheek area, so I don't see a point of me swatching it. And sometimes it just doesn't do them justice when I swatch it for you guys. And the other highlight that I've been enjoying is an high-end highlighter, but I'm not sure whether it's still available. But if you're on a hunt to get something really special for yourself, definitely check this out as long as it's available. I'll definitely link them down if they're available on my description bar. So the highlighter I'm actually loving throughout the month of July is from Chanel, and this is Camelia de Chanel. This is a beautiful highlighter, and it's packaging and also it's embossing on the inside. It's really beautiful, and I definitely did not want to use it at the first point, but I do not see myself keeping it and just praying over it, not doing anything with it. So I just took it out and I decided to use it, and I have been really loving this highlighter. It's very similar to the Hourglass one on my skin tone. I would say that it's very similar, but the price point is a little bit more higher because this is a limited edition makeup stuff. And this is how the highlighter looks like when it's swatched, and at the back of my hands this is how it looks like. So it's very subtle, at the same time it's really beautiful. So I've been loving this particular highlighter. It does come with a brush, which I hardly use them. I haven't tried it out yet. It's pretty soft, but I haven't given it a try, so I do not know how the brush works. Usually I do not use the brushes that they come with anyway. So the next one that I have been loving is a blotting powder. Yes, a blotting powder, which I personally use it as a setting powder over my T-zone area, and it's by Kat Von D. This powder is a must-have if you do have like a combination to oily skin. Even if you have dry skin and then you want to just set your makeup, you will definitely love this particular blotting powder. This is their Lock-It blotting powder. So this is in the shade Deep, which is the last shade. They overall only have like 4 shades, so that's kind of like a bummer. But then this was a deeper shade that I could find myself, which was matching to my skin tone. But this one is a definite must-have. It doesn't really show up the color when you're applying over your face area, if that does make sense, but it takes off all the oil and then it sets your makeup well, and it also makes your skin look flawless. That's the reason that I've been totally loving this blotting powder, that I have personally been using as a setting powder. At the same time, I also use it as a blotting powder. I carry it with me, and I've been really liking this one. So the next favorite that I like to share with you guys is of course an eyeshadow. I personally like keeping it very simple unless I'm filming on that day and then I try different looks. But on every day I kind of like lean towards this particular eyeshadow, which is by Gucci, and definitely you can get a dupe for this because this is a very common shade. I just decided to reach out for this one because it was an easy thing to just grab from my vanity, and then I decided to use it throughout the month of July. What I personally like doing with this particular shade is, which I'm going to show you guys right here, which is in the shade Oxydus, and this is more of like a bronzy looking eyeshadow shade, which is wearable for an everyday kind of look. What I personally like doing is I put on my eyeshadow primer and then apply this powder on the top as a base, and then I use like a fluffy kind of eyeshadow brush, which this one is from Luxie and is their tapered blending brush. So I just use this particular brush. I just swirl the eyeshadows and then apply on my lid, and then I just blend it all over. It just makes it look like a smoky kind of look for daytime. That's how I keep my look going for the daytime. I do not want to apply too much of eye product, and I am good to go. So I've been really enjoying doing that kind of eye makeup throughout the month of July. If you guys want me to do like a quick everyday kind of makeup tutorial, definitely let me know. I will put that together for you guys. And when it comes to lip product, I've been enjoying 2 lip shades from Dose of Colors. Yes, I've been really enjoying this lip stuff. They aren't drying. They wear very well on the lips, very moisturizing, very beautiful feeling on the lips. The only pain is it does get pretty dirty. The bullet does get pretty dirty on the inside. I have to keep cleaning them up. So that's the only pain. Other than that, I do feel this lip stuff is just so beautiful on the lips. So the shade that I'm actually wearing today is Mocha, and I'm actually wearing, of course, my favorite lip liner from Sephora. You guys know that, and it's in the shade Mesquite. I will definitely list that down on the description bar below. So this is in the shade Mocha. I totally love this particular shade for an everyday kind of wear. And the other shade is more of like a nudie shade, which again I use with the very same lip liner, and it wears very well with that lip liner, and it's in the shade Toast. Though it does look light, when I blend it with that particular lip liner, it wears very beautifully. So this particular lip stuff, I always have them in my pouch, like I carry it with me everywhere that I go. So I'm just going to store them back inside so that I do not forget to carry them with me. So those were the stuff that I've been enjoying throughout the month of July. If you guys have any new stuff that you've been enjoying throughout the month of July, definitely share with me. I am currently trying out a couple of new products which I'm doing reviews. At the same time, I'll be sharing with you guys in the coming month. So that's that. I hope that you guys enjoyed my July favorites. Till my very next one, stay beautiful for now. Give me a thumbs up, share all your love and support, and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.